Hi, I'm Caleb Carlson. I'm with Bright Artist Management and I'm reading for the role of Sloane.
I must apologize for her behavior. She's not in the best of health.
She seems all right.
You can't always go on appearances. She's, well, I wouldn't say unbalanced. No, that'd be going too far. She suffers from migraine. That's why it'd be best if you declined her offer of a room.
I see,
When are you going?
but I like it here.
I dare say you do. The fact is, my sister's taking on too many responsibilities. She's a charming woman as a rule. Charming. I've no hesitation in saying that. Lost her husband and her little kid. Tell you, did she?
She mentioned it.
What did she say?
Said she married young.
She married a mate of mine, a valiant man. We were together in Africa.
In the army?
You're interested in the army, eh? Soldiers, garrison towns, etc. Does that interest you?
Yes.
Good, excellent. How old are you?
20?
Married?
No.
Wise man, eh? Wise man. Girlfriends?
No.
No. You're a librarian?
No.
I thought she said...
I help out at Len's, the tobacconist. Give him a hand. I'm not employed there.
I was told you were.
I help out on Saturdays.
I see. I've been mistaken. Well, as I just said, I don't think it'd suit you. What with one thing and another. To show there's no hard feelings, I'll make it worth your while. Call it a gift.
Well, that's decent of you.
Not at all. I'd like to give you a little present. Anything you care to name, within reason.
What's within reason?
Well, no Jags, no sports cars. I'm not going as far as that.
Well, I was going to suggest an Aston Martin.
I wish I could give you one, boy. I wish I could. Are you a sports fan, eh? Fond of sport? You look as though you might be. Look the outdoor type, I would say.
I am.
I'd say you were. That's what struck me when you walked in. That's what puzzled me. She gave me the impression you were, well, don't be offended. I had the notion you were a shop assistant.
Never worked in a shop a day in my life.
No, I see you're not that type. You're more of a, as you might say, the fresh air type.
I help out on Saturdays for a mate of mine, Len. You might know him, lifeguards at the bath one time. Nice chap.
You're fond of swimming?
I like a plunge now and then.
Bodybuilding?
We had a nice little gym at the orphanage. Put me in all the teams they did. Relays, soccer, pole vault, long distance, 100 yards, discus, put in a shot. Yes, I'm an all-rounder. A great all-rounder. In anything you care to mention. Even in life. Yes, I like a good workout now and then.
I used to do a lot of that at one time with my mate. We used to do all what you've just said. We were young, innocent too. All over now. Developing your muscles, eh? And character. Well. A little bodybuilder, are you? I bet you are. Do you exercise regular?
As clockwork.
Good. Stripped?
Fully.
Complete. How invigorating. And
And I box. I'm a bit of a boxer.
ever done any wrestling?
On occasion.
So.
I've got a full chest, narrow hips, and my biceps are...
Do you wear leather next to the skin? Leather jeans, say, without,
pants.
Get away. The question is, are you clean living? You may as well know I set great store by morals. Too much of this casual bunking up nowadays. Too many lads being ruined by birds. I don't want you messing about with my sister.
I wouldn't.
Have you made overtures to her?
No.
Would you?
No.
Not if circumstances were ripe?
Never.
Does she disgust you?
Should she?
It would be better if she did.
I've no interest in her.
All right, Mr. Sloane, help yourself, all right? Have you finished, Mr. Sloane, dear?
Huh?
You have? I'm so glad. I don't want to disturb you at your food. Come into the lounge if you wish. I'm just at a quiet bit of knitting before I go to bed. A lovely piece of ham, wasn't it?
Lovely.
I'll give you a splendid breakfast in the morning. Isn't this room gorgeous?
Yes.
That spas over there come from Bombay. Do you have any interest in that part of the world?
I like dip.
Ah, it's all the same. I don't suppose they know the difference themselves. Are you comfortable? Let me plump your cushion. I really by rights should ask you to change places. This light is showing me up. I blame it on the manufacturers. They make garments so thin nowadays, you'd think they intended to provoke a rape. Sure you're comfy?
You're a teaser, ain't you?
I hope I'm not. I was trying to find the letter from my little boy's father. I treasure it, but I seem to have mislaid it. I found a lot of photos, though.
Yes.
Are you interested in looking through them?
Are they him?
My lover.
It's a bit blurred.
It brings back memories. He reminds me of you. He, too, was handsome and in the prime of manhood. Can you wonder I fell? I wish you were here now to love and protect me. This is me. I was younger then.
Smart.
Yes, my hair was nice.
Yes.
And this, I don't know whether I ought to let you see it. Now then.
A seat in a wood.
That seat is erected to the memory of Mrs. Gwen Lewis. She was a lady who took a lot of trouble with invalids. It was near that seat that my baby was thought of.
On that seat.
Not on it exactly, nearby.
In the bushes.
Yes, he was rough with me.
Uncomfortable, eh?
I couldn't describe my feelings. I don't think the fastening on this thing I'm wearing will last much longer. There, you've knocked the photos on the floor. Mr. Sloane, you should really wear more clothes, Mr. Sloane. I believe you're as naked as me, and there's no excuse for it. I'll be your mama. I need to be loved, gently. Oh, I shall be so ashamed in the morning. What a big, heavy baby you are. Such a big, heavy baby. Ed? Where's Ed?
Sit down, Pop. Ed's not here. He's gone for a walk. What have you been saying about me?
Nothing, Sonny.
What have you told him? What were you going to tell him?
Business.
What kind of business? Told him she's up the stick, eh? Why did you tell him?
He's her brother. He ought to know.
Fair enough.
Ought to know sometime.
Right. What else did you tell him? Did you say anything else?
No.
Were you going to?
Yes.
Why?
You're a criminal.
Who says I am?
I know you are. You killed my old boss. I know.
Oh, your vision is faulty. You couldn't identify nobody now, so long after. You said so yourself.
I gotta go. I'm expecting delivery of a damn cincher.
Sit still. How were you going to identify me?
I don't have to. They got fingerprints.
Really?
All over the shop.
It was an accident, Pop. I'm innocent. You don't know the circumstances.
Oh. I know.
But you don't.
You murdered him.
Accidental death.
No, Sonny. No.
You're prejudging my case.
You're bad.
I'm an orphan.
Get away from me. Let me alone.
No. But I trust you, Pop. Listen. Keep quiet. It's like this, see? Now, one day I leave the home. Stroll along, sky blue, fresh air. They'd found me a likeable permanent situation. Canteen facilities, fortnight's paid holiday, overtime, time and a half after midnight. A staff dance each year. What more could one wish to devote one's life to? I certainly love that place. The air around Twickenham was like wine. Then one day I take a trip to the old man's grave. Hic jacets in profusion. Ashes to ashes. Alas, the fleeting. The sun was declining. a few press-ups on a tomb belonging to a family name of Kavanaugh, and I left the graveyard. I thumbs a lift from a geezer who promises me a bed, gives me a bath and a meal, very friendly, all you could wish he was, a photographer. He shows me 1 or 2 experimental studies, an experience for the retina, no mistake. He wants to photo me. For certain interesting features I had, he wanted the exclusive right of preserving. You know how it is. I didn't like to refuse. No harm in it, I suppose. But then I got to thinking, I knew a kid once called McBride that happened to. Oh yes. So when I gets to think of this, I decide I got to do something about it. And I gets up in the middle of the night looking for the film, see? He has a lot of expensive equipment about in the studio, see? Well, it appears he gets the wrong idea. Runs in, gives a shout, and the long and short of it is, I loses my head, which is a thing I never ought to have done over the worry of them photos and all. I hits him. He must have had a weak heart. Something like that, I should imagine. Definitely should have seen his doctor before that. I wasn't to know, was I? I'm not to blame. Thank you.